Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 23, and it is now time for the penultimate round of our MotoGP career mode. It is time for the Losail International Circuit, and as you can see, I'm going to be starting on the front row in second place. But look at that lap time from Enea Bastianini. Absolutely ridiculous, head and shoulders above the competition. Ladies and gentlemen, let battle commence. So here we go then, from second place on the grid. Do not forget, this is match point again for Enea Bastianini. I can't stop him from winning the championship, but Pecco Bagnaia might be able to, so we'll see how it goes. But to be honest, Pecco was nowhere in qualifying, and I'm nowhere to start this session off as we go into the right-hander for turn one. Getting really messy there as I got caught up on Marco Bezzecchi a moment ago. Joan Mir's up to 5th place. He had to pick it up a moment there, but bit of carnage and contact as wow, that is extremely bright. Very low sky here. At least, low sun here in Qatar. Look how bright that is. It's so difficult to turn in when the sun is glaring at you right in the face in the early stages of the Qatar sprint. Lord almighty, that's going to be difficult, and we're going to have to go past that at least 6 more times. And in fact, we're going to be turning back upon ourselves in a moment as we go into turn 6 here, rather, should I say, as we got really close to the 93, and there it is again, the big glare from the sun, eyeballing us in the face. That is too bright, and it's too difficult to ignore it in the early stages here in Qatar. But yeah, as you can see, oh, look at that. Enea Bastianini absolutely flying. This has been the difficulty of the AI being on the hardest difficulty at 120%. They are just phenomenal. Oh, well, one of the riders is usually phenomenal. He's 2 seconds clear already going into turn 11. Absolutely masterclass from Enea Bastianini. In fact, never mind, he spoke too soon, as myself and Marquez have a bit of an exchange going into turn 12 there. Enea Bastianini's all over the place. He's just lost 2 seconds for running off the circuit. He's going to have to do a lot better than that. Steady on, Enea. I mean, he's going to win the World Championship no matter what now, it seems, but goodness me. Just be careful. He could really blow it. But look at the power he's got out of the corner. Yeah, this is absolutely massive speed from the Desmond Sedici GP23. There's nothing I can do about this. Even with power sending 3, even if I had slipstream, I don't think I've got what it takes to get past him in this one. I'm going to have to hope and pray he makes another mistake again. Cast your minds back to the last year when we did Qatar, though, with the gas. I've gone wide myself now into turn 1. Easy to get sucked into the breaking point of turn 1 here in Qatar. But if you remind yourselves from last season, when I was with the gas, Pecco Bagnaia gave us some late race hope as he went deep into the very same corner. I think the mistake has happened now for Bastianini and probably won't happen again, so I'll take it. But wow, that was a moment for us to have a little bit of grace and a little bit of hope and aspirations of doing well here in Qatar. But to be honest, I do feel this could be very much status quo. Status quo for me, starting in second place, but not for teammate Jack Miller. Oh, and not for Aleix Espargaro, as he's binned it somewhere around turn 6. Just as you go back onto the left-hand side of the tyre after being off it for quite a few corners, he looks to have dropped the front, or at least something has happened to the number 41. So into the left-hand side, then onto the power. The gap is now 2.7 to Enea Bastianini. Look how much he is head and shoulders above the rest of it. He's done it again. Oh, and now he's waiting. He's looking like Sacred Meerkat when we play online. He's waiting for the aces to catch up so he can have a bit of a scrap. Has the AI gone sentient here in MotoGP 23? I have never seen that before. He waited. He actually waited for us so he could make this a battle. Wow. Talk about backing yourself. I mean, he knows that all he has to... Oh, okay. Wow. All right. What is Enea Bastianini doing in this one? He has lost the plot. He's lost the marbles, has the Italian. But even with power setting 3, even a bit of slipstream for the RC16, fastest lap of the race for us, I don't think it's going to be enough to get past him. So I'm going to absolutely send it again into turn 1, very much like we did in Sepang. But look at that. Didn't even slow him down. I gained 6/10 in that first corner just by having him pull me in. Then again, I did go wide in the previous lap, but there he goes, just scything his way through, does the number 23. I don't think there's much I can do about him now. I'm going to try and brake as late as I possibly... Look at that, he's hardly even on the brakes. He is on fire. I'm pushing on the limit here. I did for qualifying, did for the practice, did for the everything. And here in the sprint now is the same again as he goes deep into turn 6, giving us a little bit of hope. Now, look at this. That exit speed is phenomenal. Truly terrific, as that sun is so bright. It's so distracting. It's going to be the same way when we do the Ace Academy Cup in a couple of weeks' time at this circuit. But there is the beast. He's gone a little bit deep into turn 9. I got caught up there for a second. But yeah, Enea Bastianini. I know the AI do struggle a bit into turn 9, but there's no slowing down for him. Is he going to do it again, though? He has again. He has once again made another mistake going into turn 12. And he's now made it up. You can't make this up. You cannot figure this out. With the hardest difficulty in the game, they're making just mistake after mistake going into turn 12. I don't think it's the rest of the competition, though. Marquez, granted, was a little bit deep into turn 12, but not a mistake worthy to really furrow the brow of Davide Tardozzi. There's certainly a question from the mechanics at the end of this one. The guys in Bologna are going to be wondering, what the hell is he doing? A long lap penalty every lap for Enea? Oh, can you believe it? Pecco Bagnaia not even in the top 9. Not a single championship point for him. That means Enea Bastianini will be the MotoGP World Champion in the 23rd instalment of MotoGP in my second season. Now, it's been an absolute terrific season, it really has. But I'm disappointed with that gap to Enea. If we take away the wet races, if we take away the disaster I had in Sepang as I crashed out in both sprint and race, I think we could have been a lot closer. But to be honest, coulda, woulda, shoulda, if, whats, buts and maybes, you know the old saying goes. We need to improve next season. Got to figure out against the AI in the wet. I will confirm that I am looking to go to a new team. I have declared my intention to go with Ducati. Whether that happens and which bike we get, I don't really know. I have terrible relationship with Bastianini and Pecco Bagnaia in the game, so as far as I'm concerned, I think the Factory Ducati is probably out of reach. But unless the Prima Ducati offers us a contract, I very much doubt we'll be moving across to Ducati. At this stage of career mode, knowing how difficult it is already when the bike is not being upgraded, I don't think we can move over to the likes of Grassini or the VR46 Ducati and still be successful. If anything, I think it's better to stay with the RC16 than to jump across to a GP22 machine. So, with that in mind, it's either going to be Prima Pramac, Factory Ducati, or we stay as we are. Unfortunately, I've just gone deep there for turn 16, giving Ducati's Bastianini another bit of space. He's now going on through, making life very difficult. But if I get past him into turn 1, might have a chance to still fight and fend him off. To be honest, I wasn't expecting him to pick up mid-corner there. I tried to not hit him as much as I could there, but the key being, if you go for a move there and turn in, I would have lost the front. So it was actually better to hit him into the rear of that Ducati, which, in fact, projectiled him further ahead of me now. So that was quite possibly the worst mistake I could have made. I have really blown that one. But it is what it is. It's done and dusted now. There's not much we can do from that, but learn and keep on pushing. So that's exactly what we're going to do now as we go into turn 6. 1.2 is the gap from Bastianini, so unfortunately I think I've just ruined our chances of victory, but there's question marks raised there, which I was actually quite comfortably keeping ahead of Enea Bastianini there. I don't know why, because now he's passed us, he's already pulled 2 seconds on us in 2 splits. So I'm really beginning to question the AI in this game, because when he was behind me, he wasn't catching up. Now he's ahead, he's just blasted off. And he's gone wide again into turn 12. The AI has actually lost its mind now. Artificial something, because it's not artificial intelligence. They've actually lost their head. 1.7 is the gap now from Bastianini. If he's going to toy with me now to get me on the last lap, I am going to be livid. I'd rather him just win it comfortably by 15 seconds than to do that to me. Makes for good content, I do agree with that, but to be honest, bloody hell. If he's going to just toy around with us and then just destroy us at the last bit there, that's going to be heartbreaking. I guess we're going to find out nonetheless, but across the line, championship standings are thus. We would be 11 points behind Pecco Bagnaia, so we're not going to get to second place at the end of this one. Maybe, depending how the race goes. He hasn't shown any really true potential in this one, Bagnaia. I don't even know where he qualified. I actually didn't see it on the front page. But all I can say, it's not been too grand, but we're pushing now. Another 52.1 on that previous lap there. Not able to stay in the 51s. I had a cracking lap time in the qualifying, but not able to get close again. And I gotta confess, medium tyres in the career mode don't feel too bad. I've tried them a lot online recently, and I can't say I like them as much, but in the career mode, it feels really solid. Gonna have to start doubling down with tyres I feel better on next season, I think. But we'll have our season opener in Portimao and probably... maybe not, yeah, but possibly next week actually. We might even be using a new bike in a test next week. I really can't wait to try the third season in MotoGP 23 career mode. I know I mentioned a few days ago in that 250 hours I made, the 250 hours of 7 things I've learned in MotoGP 23, was to certainly challenge yourself, and that's one thing that I've done in this MotoGP 23 career mode. And I tell you what, Bastianini is still a second behind us, and if he makes that mistake again going into turn 12, then I think we've done it. Oh, caught on the curb there ever so slightly. We're on a really solid lap time there, but I think it's coming to fruition now. We should be quite happy with 12 championship points. I don't know what has happened to Enea Bastianini in this one, but it looks like he got past, went to 250% AI, fell behind, and now gone to like 100% AI. I do not know what has happened in this race, but I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. Ladies and gentlemen, we will cross the line for yet again our another sprint victory, but this time in Qatar. Brilliant result. Don't know what Enea Bastianini was doing though. I've absolutely no idea. So yeah, as you can see on screen, myself won, Bastianini second. He did set the faster lap than I did, probably on that last one there right at the end, but someone somewhere has an even better lap time. But more importantly, let's check out the championship results. And as you can see, we are 11 points behind Pecco, and the championship has just been decided. Bastianini will be the world champion in our career mode. So let's do it all again, ladies and gentlemen, with a bit more. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time now for the Qatar race. We wait for the red lights to disappear, and away we go. I mentioned this in a previous video. I think it was in Sepang. Oh, look at that start. That's horrendous for us. The starts are so bad here for us in career mode. I can't wait to fix that, if it ever will, as we're already down to 6th place. I had something to talk about them, but I guess it's going to have to wait because I'm on the pressure point now to fight back and catch up to Enea Bastianini. But I will be honest, with power setting 2 and him not making a mistake, I think it's going to be extremely challenging here today in Qatar. I had a cracking result here in second until Bastianini right at the end pipped us on the line as we made the move on Jack, but he will have the inside line to deter me again and make life difficult to catch up to Bastianini. But hopefully now Jack can keep his powder dry, keep it going, keep it on 2 wheels, and we might have a double podium here. That's a big ask. We'll see how it goes. For some reason, Jack Miller crashes a lot in my career mode videos. Almost every single race, I think, he has crashed. I'd have to check the results at the end, but I'm pretty certain he's crashed a lot. But as it stands, we're off and we're looking good. Johan Zarco, something has happened to the Frenchman. Is he now 2.7, 2.9 behind? I wonder if he's crashed. No, usually if he's crashed, it comes up saying that they've retired. I don't really know, but Enea Bastianini has not gone wide for turn 12. So it's not going to be smooth sailing as we thought. He's going to be pushing us to the very end here with power setting 2. Last year, I pushed, and I pushed, but unfortunately it was not enough, and I'd begun to actually get tired of this track. Not in a sense of I was annoyed or bored with it, but physically drained after doing so many career mode races on the hardest difficulty. It was actually exhausting to continue doing the fast lap times, just churning them out one after another. But yeah, finally getting back to what I wanted to talk about at the beginning of this race. First things first, if you are enjoying the content, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. But secondly, we had a bit of a tete-a-tete with Johan Zarco on the social media, and he didn't take kind to DrAce and the KTM. I don't know what it is, but he just has it absolutely out for me. He's always making asinine comments and really offensive comments in the social media in this game. I don't know why, but it seems to be that Johan Zarco has turned heel here in MotoGP 23. So, yeah, truth be told, our mission is to beat him in the qualifying, which we did, and then again here in the race. Now, the last time I completed one of those objectives, it was for the fork in the road, and that was to gain favour with Ducati, because of course I'm trying to get them to take a chance upon the Moto2 and Moto3 World Champion. However, I've succeeded. I got the job done. I finished ahead of Marquez. I finished ahead of Zarco, I think it was. And it still failed me. I don't know why it failed me, but it failed. Even though I did everything that should have been done. So I don't know how negatively that has affected my career mode status with Ducati. But I guess we'll find out as we get to the latter stages of the season, as we only have one more round after the conclusion of the Losail International Circuit here in Doha. So 1.1 is the gap. I've been casually chatting away as we took to the apex there for turn 14. Gotta be careful touching the apex there, as I actually really pushed in qualifying, and to be honest, I found some good speed. Much better speed and pace that I had than last season in here in Qatar. I think the last season with the gas, I didn't even qualify anywhere near Q2. This time around I was very competitive, and of course, as you've seen, started from P2, which is always excellent here in the career mode. But across the line, Bastianini has pulled the pin. That's a quick 151, that is. We're going to have to get into the low 151s to compete with Bastianini, I fear. I think I got a 150 in the qualifying. It was an excellent lap. I really pushed for it. One of the best laps I've done here in career mode, to be honest with you. Especially comparing it to my pace outside of career mode. You've seen the video. You've probably seen my video a few days ago in the Qatar GP predictions as well in MotoGP 23. And in that race, I used an Enea Bastianini. I was just comfortably lapping with hardly any effort. This one, I'm absolutely gritting teeth, pushing as much as you can, just to stay within a second of an Enea Bastianini. Really tough work, and he's on the curb there, still not slowing down. We're pulling away from teammate Miller. We've pulled away from Bezzecchi, Mir, Espargaro, Martin and Bagnaia, but catching up to the number 23 is going to be another challenge, which is going to push us for another 9 laps. This is going to be very difficult, but I'm going to just keep on grinding and hopefully we can catch him. If he makes one, just one mistake into turn 12, that'll give me enough momentum to get him. I'd say the I've made that mistake into turn 12 now. Well, I'm cutting it. I'm cutting the corner. I'm on the limit here. I don't think I'll be penalised too much for that. I think I definitely got a track limit warning nonetheless, which I didn't. Ooh, that was too tight to the apex. I shouldn't have downshifted there. A little bit excessive, even though I said not to do that in my video a few days ago. Old habits die hard, ladies and gentlemen. Onto the power out of the final corner then. The RC16's got good speed, but it doesn't match up with the GP23, let's be honest. The gap, even with power setting 3, is still increasing. And we're on engine power 9. The only thing we probably need now is engine power 10 and better exit speed, which I think is also an ability in this game. So we need the engineers to work on in that and the winter testing, unless we move over to a new team. And if we go to Ducati, I should imagine either Prima Pramac or the factory, it's going to be close to perfect 10s all the way through. So I don't think at that point we'll need to worry too much about developing the bike. I want us to be able to go into Portimao, whether it's test or race, and be able to pick it up and go for it. I don't want to have to be working on Pike for the next couple of months in game just to be competitive with these two. Well, then again, I say these two, but Pecco Bagnaia, he hasn't delivered in our career mode this season. He was ridiculous last year. I think he finished with like 596 points. This year, I don't think Enea will get to 500. That's the difference from two world champions. Still pushing. I actually didn't realise in that last lap that I was only within 1,000th of a second of Bastianini's fastest lap time. This is a challenge, this is. We're pulling away from everyone else. Don't think we need to worry ourselves about the tyres too much. The medium is a good compound round here. If I was too concerned about it, then I probably should have gone for the hard rear, but to be honest, I think it'll be solid. The sprint, it felt fantastic throughout the entire 6 laps of that one. But onto the power. 0.2 of a second is the gap to the beast. Oh, excuse me, 0.2 is my gap from the previous lap. But it's still 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 now to Bastianini. This is a big ask. He is asking massive questions as he sets it again. Another fastest lap time. It's a 1:51.7 for the man on a charge. The new MotoGP 23 Career Mode World Champion. He's on it. The Ducati is cooking here in Qatar. As long as the tyres aren't cooking, I think we should be alright. I can't believe the gap though. Why is it that it's just one rider that's just so much head and shoulders above the rest? I guess in one thing though, it's building up nicely for next season, isn't it? If Enea Bastianini is this strong again, from the beginning though, because he was quite fast to begin with, but he had a couple of mistakes. There's been a few tracks this season he has DNF'd. So can you imagine what the gap would be without it? So I think that's the beauty of Pecco last season. He very rarely didn't finish. I think he didn't finish in the sprint in Qatar, and to be honest, I think that's all I really remember. Probably a few other times along the way, but I don't really particularly remember, to be quite honest with you. But now into turn 10, the gap has come down somewhat. We're on a cracking lap time here. 0.6 of a second found on this exchange. This had put us in the low 51 brackets. Enea is coming back to us, but the gap is still a second. Oh, I just touched the apex there. That's my gap. Oh, it's really disappearing now. And once again, too tight to the apex. Oh, that would have been a cracking lap time. I found the perfect lap time in qualifying, but I just can't get it right for the race. And that was with power setting 2. In quali, I was using power setting 3. Unbelievable. I did use power setting 3 a bit on this lap, but that one hurts. I don't think I can catch him. Yet again, another lap time. Close, but no cigar. A deviation of no more than 1/10.5 so far. What an effort here in Qatar. That few lap times with Bastianini a few days ago then for the GP predictions of Qatar certainly helped a lot. Did give it some good laps in practice in qualifying as well. The gap to Zarco is now almost 13 seconds. Well, it's at least 12.5. I don't know if it'll get to 13, but with the pace we've got right now, I can't see why not. Jack Miller's having a stellar ride in third, and looking at the graphic in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, I think it's going to be cushy that he finishes third. Beautiful. Let's see if we can get a double podium in the penultimate round of the championship. 1.3 is the gap. I feel like we can close in here. Yeah, look at the delta. This is the point, isn't it? This is the key where we're able to close in. Just touch the curb there, get on the right-hand side. Don't go too tight. And there we are. I don't want to get too distracted with the graphic on the right-hand side of the screen. Let me wait for the straight. And as you can see, 20 points for us would put us a point ahead of Pecco Bagnaia. We have definitely 294 points for Aleix Espargaro means that we are guaranteed no lower than third place in this championship. Oh, again, once again, really tight to the apex there for turn 13. Close to turn 14, but not making that the same mistake again. We are closing. What I need is consistent pace within the 151s, and I think we can get him. But those 152s are what's slowing us down. As we get onto the power here, just need every single bit of power and fuel we've got. It's going to be a new fastest lap for me. Cross the line, Bastian does not improve. We do get a 151.5. Best lap of the race coming in here now on lap 6. That would be the conclusion of the sprint. So as you can see, the pace, I'm getting stretched here, pushed to the maximum here in Qatar. I said in last time in Sepang it was full send. I don't know what you'd class this as. Full scale effort. That spin of the rear tyre has cost us time there. But again, still pushing. I just can't break him. 1.5 is the gap. He's not making a single mistake. I'm on the limit. Really giving it everything here today. What else can be done? What else needs to be done? What do I need now to fight Enea Bastianini? I can't get that gap beneath a second. There's no sort of human element to Enea Bastianini, of course, but if you can just break that second duct, we might have a chance of more so for myself. No, touch the apex and I've gone down. No! For the second race in succession, I've pushed too much. And I've lost the front into turn 10. It was all about Enea Bastianini cracking in Phillip Island. And unfortunately, I'm the one who's cracked here. Oh, it didn't seem like that was... Ah. It's right. I went too tight to the apex. I could tell you that. I could see it coming. I got the gap to a second and my eyes were fixated on that gap to Bastianini, and I went into there completely in the wrong way. Wrong front mate. I can't speak. I went in with the wrong frame of mind. Just catching and catching, pushing to the end. Oh well, it is what it is, but we'll keep on pushing. We'll give it our best shot. So into turn 1. Gap is now 5 seconds. That's a big size. Yeah, okay. We'll concede now, but I guess at this point we might as well just keep on pushing. Let's see what lap times we could have produced there. If we don't count the anomaly of me crashing there into turn 10 on lap 7, I'd like to think that every other lap time will be within half a second. Really disappointed by that mistake. It was such a small error. I think Jack Miller's catching me now as well. I don't believe I had any damage there, and I don't think I've lost any of my winglets. No, we're all good. We're all good. We're safe. If you see... Oh, there's definitely damage on the left-hand side of the bike. A lot of scratches, scuff marks on the Red Bull KTM. But as long as we didn't lose any winglets, it should be good. Of course, in Sepang, we lost both winglets, and that was very difficult to manoeuvre the machine. But as it stands, it's funny though, isn't it, that I'm usually saying that Jack Miller's the one to crash, and yet I've done it. Not in real life, by the way, that's just for the game. I don't think it's fair to constantly bring up someone's crashing in real life, but in the game, oh my god, can you believe that? I can't believe that. I've got no words for that. He's actually just crashed and now he's lost the podium. That is unbelievable. That is a commentary curse and then some. I can't believe that. I shouldn't have said anything. I should not have said anything. I am speechless. I'm dumbfounded. I swear to God this game is trolling me today. Enea in the qualify. Well, then again, it did give us the sprint victory. And I can't blame the game for me crashing. That's just my stupidity. But I can't believe Miller's just crashed. I can't believe that. Our KTM... Oh, the Piera group are going to be fuming. They've definitely dropped stocks there. Now, who wants to ride a KTM after seeing that? Bloody hell. I can't believe that. I'm absolutely shocked. But anyway, I can't sit here being flabbergasted. We did a terrible lap time in the previous lap. That's not exactly pushing. There's a 52.8 on lap 8. 56.1 was, of course, the crash. I can't believe we lost it to Enea. He's just on another level. He is on an absolute another level in this one. I mean, there's challenging yourself and then there's just absolutely pushing yourself against the impossible, which is Enea Bastianini. Next season is going to be wild. We've done 40 races this season. In fact, even more. Yeah, 40 races this season, including the sprints. Plus another 40 from last season in MotoGP. I'm doing constant Ace Academy races with the Aces Online. Surely next year, with all the practice, all the effort, TCS1 from the get-go again, better feeling, better motorcycle, and to be honest, just to evenly match motorcycle is all we need. In the actual time trials, in the races against the quick game AI, we'd have no problem, and we'd be fighting with them to the end. With the career mode, with the disadvantages the player sustains compared to the AI, they don't have the pickup effect, they don't have to worry about fuel, their tyres don't drop off either. It's certainly giving me the best challenge, but I will say, and I've said it before, I'll reiterate this 1,000 times, this is the best career mode ever in a MotoGP game. So many seasons of me playing on power setting 1 or power setting 2 just to make the action fun, even knowing though at any point I could put power setting 3 on and win the race with ease. I've been pushed so much in this championship and this career mode, it's been fantastic. Really enjoyed this one. Can't wait to see what Milestone do with MotoGP 24. Even if it's a similar career mode, but they double down on give us some extra features, I'd be very happy with that. I think we'll probably look at doing some sort of MotoGP 24 wish list so I can chat to you guys and really get our points across. But on the penultimate lap here, Jack Miller will not feature on the podium, I don't think. He's not far away, Marco Bezzecchi, but as you can see on the graphic there, but Bez is into turn 7 now, and we're 3 seconds ahead of him. So that gap must probably be a little bit bigger or more or less the same to Jack. So I think podium aspirations gone for him. It's been a while since we've seen Bezzecchi on the podium here in MotoGP 23 career mode. It's been a long time. But with the gap of 6 seconds to Enea Bastianini, there's clearly only one winner here today. He has absolutely nailed it. Oh, are you joking me? He's gone down again. I can't believe. Oh, he's out. He's out. I think he's gone. What could have been? I know we're not going to win the team championship or the constructors, but for goodness sake, worse than me in Sepang. Maybe he had damage. I don't even know if the AI suffers damage. I think they do. Oh, and now me and Pecco are tied on points. Thanks, Jack. Thanks, teammates. Top job there, mate. As we're now going to be fighting for second place in Valencia. But I tell you what, that's quite the parody for the final championship race, isn't it? Oh, look at that. Same lap time twice there. 52.835. Pretty good. I like that a lot. I like seeing similar or the same lap times over and over again. It's very satisfying. But anyway, thanks again for watching the videos this season, guys. I just want to say big thanks, and I really appreciate how much you guys have enjoyed the championship. I hope I've entertained. I think I have, and I certainly aim to entertain for the next season as well. It's not over yet, but the championship's done, so it does bring on some certain senses of sentiments and remorseful thoughts and processings of the championship and of this career mode. It's been terrific. It really has. We got one more dash for the cash in Valencia, and you know how aggressive we've been in Sepang, how aggressive we've been in Qatar. I'm going to absolutely send it again. I don't care what contact we make, it's going to be war in Valencia for the second season in a row. It's going to be pure chaos and pandemonium as we make an absolute meal of turn 10 there. Losing a second on this lap to Marco Bezzecchi, and the tyres are beginning to slip and slide here. Getting a little bit loose on the rear end, but it's not too bad. As we now go to the right hand side, Enea Bastianini's got 2 more corners to go. In fact, only the 1 more corner now. It's me who has the 2, and we've gone wide for turn 15 again. Not quite the celebrations I was expecting here in Qatar, but we had the sprint victory, and I can't be mad at that. We're going to get a second place in the race. But Enea Bastianini seals the deal. He is the MotoGP 23 career mode world champion. We'll finish in second. Marco Bezzecchi's actually not too far behind me here, but we've done enough to secure second place, even after crashing in turn 10. So there are the race results. I did have the fastest lap, but somebody has betted it right towards the end there. Who was it and why? It was Raul Fernandez with a 50.4, a whole second faster than anyone else. My God. Jack Miller finished in 12th, so he got us 3 points for his championship and the team's championship. But there you go. Bastianini with 469 points is a victory for him. Myself in second, in joint second, but we have had more victories than Pecco, so it does mean we'll fight for second place in Valencia. But any other surprises down here? I don't think so. That seems to be it. So guys, thanks for watching the video. I certainly hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comments section down below, and I will see you in the next video tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys, and ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.